Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise and help you get, well, truly well-informed. Today, we're jumping into something really critical, something that hits home if you're in industrial operations or, honestly, even if you're just curious about how things stay safe behind the scenes.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're talking about stopping accidents, preventing them before they happen. Think about those moments. A small oversight, maybe the wrong tool for the job.
And suddenly, boom.
Exactly. Big disruption, lost time, money down the drain, and worst of all, the human cost of an injury that maybe could have been avoided.
It's huge.
So this isn't just ticking boxes for safety regs. We're looking at setting a new, a gold standard.
That's the core idea, really, shifting from just reacting when something goes wrong to proactively designing safety in.
Right.
Our sources today are focused on these specialized smart safety solutions. They aren't just add-ons, they're fundamental. They can actually, transform how things run, protect workers properly.
Uncompromisingly, you mentioned.
Yes, uncompromising protection. And importantly, help the company's bottom line, too.
So our mission here is to unpack these tools, not just what they are, but why they matter.
Precisely. Why they represent a strategic shift. Because sometimes a seemingly small choice about equipment, it can trigger a whole domino effect, especially in places like oil and gas, utilities, manufacturing, high-stakes stuff.
Absolutely. We want to stop those lost time incidents, the ones that just grind everything to a halt, eat up resources.
Let's leave a real mark.
Yeah, stop them dead in their tracks. Because mediocre safety choices, they have this massive hidden cost. That's what our research keeps showing. So this deep dive, it's about giving you the insights to make better choices.
Let's get into it.
Okay, first up, hand safety. This is a big one.
Yep.
Hand injuries are, unfortunately common, and they can be really, really serious.
Tragically so.
Think about operators handling these heavy, unforgiving loads. Maybe they're working way up high or crammed in tight spaces.
Or near busy machinery.
Right? Or out in the field where the weather just doesn't care about comfort or safety protocols.
It's tough conditions.
In those spots, one slip, one moment without the right gear. It can change someone's life. Crushed fingers, bad cuts. It's grim.
It really is, and the stats back it up. Hand injuries are consistently near the top of industrial accident types, major cause of lost workdays, even long-term disability.
So what's being done? What are the innovative answers?
Well, one approach we've seen highlighted comes from companies like LHR Safety Products. They have these things called ShoveIt Hand Safety Tools. Yeah, and they're not just simple poles. They're engineered specifically to create a safe distance. They physically keep the operator's hands away from pinch points, away from that direct line of fire when they're guiding suspended loads or moving heavy stuff.
So it's about creating a barrier.
Exactly, a reliable physical barrier. That's the core design thinking.
Okay, I get the concept. But they look kind of simple. How does something like that make such a big difference without, slowing everything down? Doesn't adding a tool sometimes just add hassle?
That's a great question. And it comes down to what we call operator-centric design. It has to work for the user.
Right.
And the ShoveIt tools, they've been field tested extensively. The feedback is they reduce the hand injury risk without actually hurting efficiency. They have different lengths, you see. 42 inches, 72, even 90 inches.
Okay, different sizes for different jobs.
Exactly. Most have these durable plastic inserts. Really good for pushing, guiding, steadying heavy loads. Gives you that buffer zone, no hands needed directly on the load.
Makes sense.
But then for trickier situations, maybe things are greasy, wet, slippery.
Yeah, where you need more control.
Precisely. They have models, usually the longer 72 and 90-inch ones, with rubber inserts. That gives you much better grip, better slip resistance. Essential for those precision moves in unpredictable conditions.
Okay, so it's adaptable.
Very much so. It's all about giving the operator leverage and control while their hands stay completely out of the danger zone. Removed from the equation, essentially.
Okay, this proactive thinking, preventing what might happen. This is where it gets really interesting, I think. Dropped tools. We've all heard stories, maybe even seen it.
It happens way too often.
Yeah, a simple wrench slips from someone working up high. Suddenly it's a missile.
A dangerous projectile.
Threatens people below, smashes expensive equipment.
Yeah.
Could even cause a massive operational failure, right?
Absolutely. The potential for serious harm is huge. And the cost. Replacing gear, downtime, investigations, it adds up incredibly fast. It's a risk people sometimes underestimate.
So what are the solutions here? What does zero-drop tooling actually mean on the ground?
It means a systematic approach, basically 100% tie-off. Every single tool used at height needs to be secured.
Tethered.
Exactly. Tethered. So companies like LHR Safety, again, they offer these comprehensive tethered toolkits. You might get a 16-piece kit or an 18-piece one.
With common tools already set up.
Right. A robust selection of frequently used tools, and each one has a reliable, visible connection point built in or added, designed to work easily with lanyards and anchor points.
And the benefit is obvious, I guess.
Pretty straightforward. If you drop it, it doesn't fall. It just hangs there.
Okay.
It stays put, doesn't crash onto someone's hard hat or delicate machinery or critical infrastructure below. Absolutely vital on scaffolds, platforms, working around cranes, anywhere elevated.
And connecting that to the bigger picture, how does that build a safety culture?
Well, measures like this, they become foundational. It's not just preventing the direct impact of a falling object, it stops the potential cascade, you know?
Right.
The secondary incidents that one drop tool could trigger. It fosters this mindset of preparedness, of thinking ahead.
Yeah, makes sense. It's not just about the tools themselves falling either, is it? What about the bigger stuff like hoists, the anchor points?
Yes. Critical point, because you've got these hoists under massive loads, incredible stress concentrated at the anchor points. What happens if that fails?
Catastrophic, I imagine.
Could be. So our sources point to some really clever engineering here, too. For example, there is a device called the Snubby Hoist Anchor Point Weak Link Safety Device.
Snubby. Okay, another interesting name. How does that work?
It's pretty ingenious. It's designed to prevent that catastrophic failure at the anchor point, instead of just breaking suddenly when overloaded.
Which would be disastrous.
Right. It's designed to progressively absorb those trigger loads. Think of it like a controlled failure, a sacrificial part almost. It deforms or yields in a predictable way, dissipating the energy as the stress builds up.
So it stops the damage before a total break.
Exactly. It stops the escalating damage and potential injury before you get a full-scale failure. It's a fantastic example of proactive safety, managing that potential energy, those stress points, to guard against what could be a really devastating event.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. The human element. This is often the trickiest part of safety, isn't it?
Always.
You can have the best tools in the world, but if people don't use them, or if they actually make the job harder, well, they're useless.
Compliance lives and dies by practicality.
So the idea that safety tools can actually work with the crew, not against them, that feels like a huge deal for getting people to actually use them consistently. Is that what you're saying?
It's absolutely a game changer. Yeah. This is where innovation really needs to tackle those human factors.
Because one size fits all doesn't work.
Rarely. You often see resistance or people finding workarounds because the standard gear is just uncomfortable or it gets in the way, makes their job genuinely harder.
Right.
So a good example here is LHR's approach with their Tethered Tool Kits. TTSRK for short.
Okay.
These are designed specifically with ergonomics in mind. They actually feature multiple lanyard styles, different types, all high visibility.
So options, choice.
Exactly. Instead of handing everyone the same generic setup, each crew member can pick the rig, the lanyard style, that actually works best for their job, their workflow.
Ah, okay. That minimizes the friction, right?
Yeah.
The reasons not to use it.
Precisely. It cuts down resistance, boosts compliance. They usually come with, say, 3 different lanyard options built into the kit. Makes them super versatile cranes, heights, confined spaces, whatever.
Still safe. Visible connections, reliable.
Oh, yeah. Maximum safety, visible, reliable connections. But the key is, it feels like part of their gear, an extension of them, not some awkward thing they have to fight with.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
So it's about the whole experience, not just the tech specs. What are businesses actually seeing? What are the real results when they adopt this kind of more holistic approach?
The results are pretty compelling, according to our sources. Companies are reporting, first off, faster compliance with safety rules, but more importantly...
Actual buy-in.
Yes, genuine buy-in from the crew. Not just grudging acceptance, but people saying, yeah, this actually helps me work safer and better.
Wow.
And that translates into hard numbers. We're seeing reports of lower OSHA incident rates. And that means...
Insurance savings.
Big-time insurance savings. No more flushing premiums down the drain on preventable accidents.
Right.
Plus, they avoid those stressful, expensive panic buys. You know, after an incident happens and suddenly everyone realizes there's a gap in what they provide.
The reactive patch fix.
Exactly. So the outcome is smoother, safer operations, supervisors sleep a bit better, and workers go home safe, every finger intact.
Ah, yeah, that's the goal.
It really shows that getting that crew buy-in is just as vital as the engineering. It leads to fewer claims, less downtime, fewer headaches all around.
Crucial point. Okay, but even if you've got the best, most user-friendly gear,
Yeah.
getting it can be another story. Procurement nightmares.
Oh, definitely. Logistics can kill a good safety initiative.
Delays, wrong items, no support. Especially if you need a lot of something fast or for a big project, that can totally derail things. So for that person on the ground, the procurement manager, the safety lead, they need these tools now. What does the research say about making that happen smoothly?
Yeah, that supply chain piece is critical, getting the right stuff to the right place right when it's needed. Our sources suggest that having a strong local distributor is key. A local partner?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like for LHR safety products in the Houston area, PEnergy.com is highlighted as filling that role. They focus on having serious inventory ready for bulk orders.
So they can handle big demands, like a refinery shutdown needing hundreds of tools.
Apparently, yes. They position themselves to handle both the mega projects and the smaller crew needs. If you suddenly need 200 ShoveIt tools, the idea is they can make that happen efficiently.
So it's more than just being a warehouse, it's about service.
Absolutely. It's the whole package. Prompt answers, clear quotes, sorting out the logistics. They talk about giving straight, honest answers fast because they understand industrial timelines are tight.
Beating deadlines.
Right. And a big thing they mention is one call, one invoice simplicity.
Meaning
Meaning they do the chasing, the coordinating, the updating for you. Saves your team a ton of time otherwise spent managing suppliers.
okay, that sounds valuable. And that support goes further, offering things like hazard assessments, their local folks, helping you match the right LHR product to your specific risks, offering B2B bulk pricing, proper after-sales support.
Local expertise matters too, I guess.
Hugely. They emphasize having pros with feet on the ground who know the Houston industrial scene because they live and work in it. It's not just selling boxes, it's selling peace of mind, essentially.
Avoiding the bad experience.
Yeah, avoiding getting burned by some faceless broker or an out-of-state rep who vanishes after the PO is signed. The idea is a strategic partner providing solid service, inventory, quick responses.
And making sure you get the right stuff.
Exactly. Dedicated account help, expert advice, ensuring you get the ideal tools for your specific needs. That's the strategic advantage they aim to provide.
This has been really illuminating, a proper deep dive into these safety innovations. We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
From tools like the ShoveIt, engineered to keep hands safe,
That standoff distance.
to zero-drop tooling, and clever devices like the Snubby, preventing those catastrophic hoist failures.
Managing those risks proactively.
And then critically, the human side. How designs like the Tethered Tool rigs focus on the operator, get that buy-in.
Which leads to real results, fewer incidents, better productivity.
And finally, tying it all together with the importance of a good distribution partner like PEnergy.com, making sure these solutions actually get implemented effectively.
Yeah, their inventory, response times, that local know-how, it's all part of the equation. This dive was really about hopefully giving you that shortcut to being properly informed about moving beyond just compliance.
Achieving real benefits.
Exactly. Safety and efficiency.
So here's something to mull over as we wrap up. Think about the value, the immense value, in that number you'll never actually see on a spreadsheet. The cost of the accident that didn't happen because the right steps were taken beforehand.
The incident that never was.
Yeah. So how could shifting your own safety thinking from reactive to truly proactive engineered prevention, how could that impact not just your numbers, but the confidence, the trust, the well-being of your whole team?
It's a powerful question.
It really is. Something to think about. Because aiming for zero incidents, it's not just a nice idea anymore. For a lot of leaders, it's becoming the standard, the benchmark for running an excellent operation.